Hello, everybody! Welcome to this episode of Stonewalkers, presented by iCast Fireball. I am Thomas, your GM for this Cosmere RPG adventure, and around the table we have...
I'm Ned. I play Aldevar Walde.
I'm Crispian, and I play Drynin.
I'm Mickey, and I play Reshonai.
I'm Josh, and I play Janar Balar.
If this is your first time joining us, hi, we are iCast Fireball, an actual play TTRPG podcast where we typically go through 5e D&D published adventures. Our audio-only podcast is published weekly, and we have over 4 years of episodes ready for your listening pleasure. But this is our ongoing actual play Cosmere adventure where we jump into the worlds of Brandon Sanderson of Roshar, which I love, and we play the official adventure Stonewalkers, created and published by Brotherwise Game. If you want to know a little bit more about each of our characters, we recently went through a level up. And our last episode, we went through that, which, again, if you jumped into episode 9, we love having you. But
welcome.
There's more about our characters in episode 8, specifically about the level up. This adventure, of course, takes place in the Stormlight Archive's book series in the land of Roshar. And if you don't want to be spoiled about the book series, go read the first 2 books, then you can come back and you can listen to us. But if you don't mind spoilers, or if you're just trying to figure out, like, why are my nerdy friends, what are they talking about? I want to be able to speak to them at the coffee houses, at the at the party gatherings, and to be able to talk about things. You can come along with us and explore Roshar. As Ned here, he's only read a little bit of the first book, and so he is discovering Roshar and all these wonderful themes through fresh eyes, and we're following along with him there. Lastly, a general disclaimer. We are going to follow canon of the books as best as we can. But with an ongoing TTRPG, that can be difficult sometimes because our players need choices, they need agency, they need to be able to do what they want. So we ask for a little grace if we do step out of line of canon while we try to reassert the timelines and get back into canon as best as we can. But with no other announcements, we jump into this week's episode with a recap of what happened.
I gotta find me one of these coffee shops where all the nerds are gathering and talking.
The coffee shops. We have the most erudite and bohemian discussions about the greatest nerdry.
Yes. Have you listened to,
idea.
Have you read anything of the Stormlights? The Stormlights themselves.
I am very invested in this series.
You might say I ingest
bad. Let's
Mistborn
move
as if it were dust and metal.
On our last episode of Stonewalkers, our 4 players leveled up to level 2. And we discovered a little bit about the mechanics of what it means to move forward into the path of Radiancy, as Aldevar Walde is moving in that direction slowly. Now, we also discovered a little bit about his past, his father, and what sets them apart. What are things that Aldevar holds dear? And unfortunately, dealing with the aftermath of the scoundrel that the party had captured from the bandits. Rushing back after Tazo's death, they found this bandit having taken their own life with some concoction, some cyanide pill equivalent onto Roshar, and not able to question them and get answers to what they were doing. But they still have a lead. They have multiple leads, actually, with not only these glyphs, but also with Tazo's contact in the war camps of Liss, who the Stone Wards were working with, or rather, I should say, the Shin people were working with quite heavily. We also found a little bit more insight into what Reshonai was doing, and Janar has a possible enemy, dare I say adversary, going into the war camps as well. And wishing to be more cultivated, both in mind and in body, Aldevar and Drynin continue to form their connections and created their own goals together, which is awesome. We move into the war camp proper itself. And as you can see before you, listener, viewer, we are in the Kholin portion of the war camp itself. Now, Borden, having just given surreptitiously the order to take the crazy person, shall we say, to Dalinar Kholin, he comes up to you. Before he bids you farewell, he says, well, if you want a meal and some rest before you go on your way, you're welcome to join the troops at the mess hall. But after that, what's next for the four of you?
Well, I personally would like to continue to examine our insane friend and see if I can't discern anything more about his condition.
I think I may be able to arrange that. We're gonna be handing him off to High Prince Dalinar, but I can't imagine he won't be staying out of the Ardent's hands for very long. But once he's settled and they've started working and administering their ministrations, if you will, I could absolutely loop you into where he is and maybe get you in to see him if that is something you desire.
Very much so.
To see Dalinar?
No, to see the diseased mind, the madman.
Oh.
We are looking for a woman by the name of Bliss. I don't know if you've heard. I think she might be around the Ardents.
We are? When did we start looking for her?
Tazo told us to go and fight her.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Reshonai just surreptitiously, like in a piece of parchment, whispering in his ear, "That's over here. Remember we promised."
I got like 4 adventures happening at the same time. I'm trying to.
It is true. There are a lot of things that could be happening right now.
A lot of quest markers.
Yes. Liz, you say, do you know what kind of person she is? What, I mean, the name
woman.
is...
Should be a Shin woman.
A Shin woman, you say?
Maybe. Could be.
I think so. I mean,
Probably.
friend of Tazo. Tazo was Shin.
The kind
Oh,
of
have a
woman who
rock.
would be known by a Shin man, at least.
I mean, there are
Yeah,
not...
he's got a rock.
There are...
Oh, that's helpful.
It's,
Some people don't believe there are Shin women. They just come out of the ground.
Oh, John Rhys Davies.
Sorry.
Okay. No, he goes, well, that certainly is unusual company to keep. Mickey just died. Sorry, and I'm dying as a result.
Sorry.
But I can ask around for... I absolutely can ask around to see if this character... And having strong relationships with the Shin people will certainly help narrow it down as I send some words, some contacts out. It would take some time, and he kind of gets not sheepish, but he actually gets an idea in his head. He's like, if you didn't have anything pressing to do, I may have something for you to do while we wait for my contacts to gather some information about it. Would
I'm not opposed to a little hard work.
it would be a bit of hard work, but it's definitely not. It's not staken in storm shelters for certain or wagons. It's well, let me give you the facts of it, and then from there you can determine yourself if you'd like to do it. It's, and I'm pulling up my notes right now. A scout reported seeing some potential enemy movement not far from the war camps itself, actually. And it's unlikely the report is accurate, but LR believes it's a Parshendi strike force that's organizing a counter squadron to ambush our troops. Now, if you're willing, I'd like you to volunteer for this mission, but in the meantime, that'll free up me and my men, to follow up on your questions for you, so we can get that information to you possibly faster.
I don't really care to help LR, if I'm being honest with you, Borden.
It's
Reshonai pulls on Janar's shirt.
he doesn't like put his hand on your shoulder or his arm, but he kind of like he reaches out to you a little bit, and like LR's like, he's a good man at heart, but
What? No,
he's
no,
definitely
I
I don't think so. I mean,
He definitely hasn't been
forgive
showing
me.
it lately.
Yeah. No, he's a butthole. He's off.
Janar, have things been going on with you and Ella that the rest of us are not aware of?
I just don't like the guy, and like Janar at all times knows exactly where Allred. He has kept like an eye out. Like his eyes have always been open for him, and has made sure that he's never like in the same area as that guy constantly. Like when he said we could join the mess hall with the other soldiers, his first thought was, "Is there a place to eat that's not with soldiers?"
Yeah.
So Janar's got all the quest markers up, and then he's got a little like blinking dot.
A
also
personal
just follow.
quest marker saying
Personal quest.
"Do not follow."
No.
I hear you. I hear you, Janar. Since this would be an official job for the Kholin camp, there's actually 20 marks each for the trouble of going about and doing this as well. And to put you at ease, Janar, I could deliver the information to Ellar that I've assigned to the four of you, so you wouldn't have to speak to him.
Fine, Reshonai. But what about the Adalon? What did you say his name was? The guy, the son of the prince.
Adolin.
Yes.
Bright Lord Adolin.
Bright Lord Adolin.
Yeah, we wanna talk to him, right? He looks at Reshonai. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
you know who he talks to? People with money. So let's get us some money.
He
That's hard to argue.
does keep company in some pretty fancy wine houses, so it's
I don't know
I
anything about
reach
that.
into my inventory for my fine bottle of wine.
in the right situation. That might
does
be.
he Does he have a private tailor?
I'm sure he has several.
You know, I'm not exactly sure of that. But all things that could be I'll be honest. I feel a little bit awkward asking Bright Lord Adolin if he has a private tailor. It's just not really a question that a soldier would be asking a Bright Lord that he serves under. But
Oh, I could ask him if you just direct me where he is. I'd have to ask him.
there could be that. I think first, knowing if this task is something you would want to participate in is something I could. Then I could keep my ear to the ground for situations, opportunities
I'm
that
not-
way.
Yes. Okay. Fine. He looks.
Yes, we'll
he
put
looks
it. We'll
his
put
friends.
a pin in this. We'll circle back around to it.
We help you. You help us. Okay. All right. Okay. So we do this to do that, and then we get the thing that we want for. So okay. You're keeping track of this. He looks at Reshonai.
You saying that, Borden, he had been kind of confused at like what's going on there, but you saying that, like you're keeping track of that, he just kind of goes,
It's
That
my.
makes sense.
Like she's my clerk. Essentially, that's the.
yeah. He's like, got it. This relationship is now clear in Borden's mind of what is going on here.
The
It's
last
actually-
was a harsh woman.
It's actually very convenient if you just press select, then you can find your list of quest markers.
All right. Ned's broken the
You
fourth
can
wall.
turn them off.
Oh, brilliant. And in fact, there's this list of goals that we each.
I'm gonna pull Borden aside as everybody gets ready to go out and head out and eat. Janar's been having a bit of a rough go. He's not used to all of this excitement, you might say. But if you do it as a personal favor to me, I don't think there's any need to be bothering Bright Lord Adolin or Dalinar about people like us right now. But if you could just maybe ask the local tailors and see if any of them work with him, that might be an in for us. No need to approach the Bright Lords directly, but the tailors might give us an in. I don't want to be... I've been around Bright Lords and ladies enough to know that you don't stick your head into a White Spine's den. You gotta approach it from a different angle a lot of the times.
I see you've worked with soldiers and bright lords a lot in your time.
My
But
mother's taught me a thing or two about how to deal with them, yes.
and that definitely keeps not only your head on your shoulders, depending on the Bright Lord, but it definitely helps your station. I'll be honest though, Drynin. I do owe the four of you. I feel beholden to the four of you. It was... There would be few... Dare I say, few Kholin soldiers being willing and able to go out on their own to deliver information that help was needed. And that has not bypassed my eyes. And he gestures over to Janar. I mean to make right any requests that you four may have for me. I'll see what I can. It's gotta be in the realms of what's appropriate, of course. But if I can find some information, maybe an audience, I'll see what I can do.
We greatly appreciate that.
I just ask for time is the big thing.
Of course. And if you keep sending us, jobs like this, 20 marks a piece is nothing to shake your fist at.
It's pretty good.
Keep those coming, and maybe we can make a name for ourselves and make our own introductions. So
Certainly would get you be able to stock up. By the way, you're probably looking for an extra weapon or two before you head out, eh?
I wouldn't mind weapons, armor, anything that the quartermaster could spare.
On your way out, it's called the Spear Exchange, for lack of a better phrase. I don't know why. Yeah, go and tell Yaren that I sent you, and yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's Yaren, Yarren, and that is the Spear Exchange.
Yaren.
That's the other campaign, Thomas.
Excellent. He says, I'll take care of the officialness of this, but when you're ready to go, it's up to you. And but the sooner you do it, the sooner my men will be able to head off and start gleaning that information about this Liss character you'll be looking for.
Very much appreciated. What do you say, team? Make 60, 80 marks between us?
Absolutely.
60. She's very helpful.
I'll see that it's 80, as he says a bit begrudgingly, but I'll see that it's 80. Mickey, anybody listening to only audio can't see your face.
So sorry.
You got it.
Mickey, by the way, half the stuff Mickey says is with her face. So like, if you're not watching the YouTube version of this, you're missing out.
It's not important enough to put into words.
like
me being silly because I'm being silly. Okay.
You can go to
all these
Aldevar about
microaggressions
2-0.
and
I think all of our back and forth between Janar and Reshonai in that last interaction was completely my audio.
Love it.
And your face.
I said it once.
Love it. We're hoping to get the video on Spotify as well. So if you are to do that, we'll see. We got to figure out the back end. Anyway,
Yay,
it's a little
Texter.
tough. Spotify is kind of picky about how you get your video on their platform.
regardless, the time is set to you. You can go and visit. There are a few places here in the Warcamp which you might be able to see from this map on Roll20. Ned, if you go right into the center, you are near the we'll say the entrance, right? So that is going to be the the north is right on this. Okay, near the top, which is west. there is the gates, right? And so you've come in, but the Spear Exchange, I'll just go ahead and mark it on the map here. If you give me a second. Let's bring it to the map. There's the Spear Exchange right in the center. Ned, tell me if you can see that.
There we are.
Hey.
Nice. There we go. Yes, you can see a few. There's a bit that can be explored here, but the Spear Exchange is the first one that I know Crispian/Drynin wanted to go visit as well. But really, if you wanted to head out after getting your axe, that is totally fine, unless there's something specific you'd like to do before heading out.
No particular rush, but where would the stables be?
That would require a little bit of asking here. Probably closer to maybe the staging grounds, but we'll get to that maybe in a future episode.
If it's not something easily, then yeah, I'll just ask around and find that out. But for now, I'm good just to head to the Spear Exchange.
Great. Sounds good.
Eat Yaren.
I want to confront LR.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
And I would enlist the help of Reshonai if she would be willing to help.
Okay.
Quietly, probably the whole time, Reshonai is eager to be on the way to do this, because the idea, it doesn't make any sense to her that the Parshendi to the humans, the listeners, would be coming in for that kind of an attack. So, is it somebody that she knows? Is it something like? There's a lot of question marks she has about that she feels a particular anxiety about discovering. She doesn't really care about the money. She just wants to know the answers to these. So she'll go along with Janar and she'll go along with this, but she is humming to an anxious rhythm, and when she's able to, are pulling on shirts and pushing them forward toward this goal.
Great.
And we don't have to do this right now if anybody else has other things they want to do, but I want to catch him alone if I can.
Yeah, I imagined you did.
In a back alley.
And once you found your prey's trail, you unrelentingly pursue them and study their movements.
Oh, you actually did mark him as your prey?
Yeah.
Oh, he did, yeah.
4 days he's been marked, and I have advantage on checks to find, attack, and study him.
Yes. Let me pull up your ability specifically, because I knew that's what you're doing for. Let's pull that up here on my end here. And Reshonai following through. While I'm pulling up Janar's stuff, let's first go to the Spear Exchange for Drynin. Aldevar, you probably follow close, or?
I think I see people going off in different directions. Like, Drynin's heading off. I know he's getting weapons. I'm more into improvisation. So I'm going to... that's not particularly interesting to me. I see Janar and Reshonai going off in another direction to do their thing. So I think I'd just watch them going off in separate directions. And I look around for a quiet, dark corner, and I reach into my bag and I pull out a book and just scurry away.
Lovely. You find a local stand which is selling chowta, a local street food. And there seems to be a few creme type chairs that have been put out, and you're able to surreptitiously in a quiet corner read while maybe under the guise of a glyph book, so that you're not just brazenly reading a literature book out in the open being a man.
And just kind of eavesdropping on a conversation up by the bar, yes, well, if you ask me, I think his philosophy is absolute bunk compared to this one I've been learning about.
Posh indeed.
If only we were at the coffee houses
Alethi
back
talk
home.
like that. They're all about war and...
These must be Ardents who are talking.
Yes,
The
these
Ardents
are the
talking.
Ardents. Of course. Those are the only ones having interesting conversations.
The Alethi men are just grunting and eating meat and war.
Drynin, as you go to the Spear Exchange, this is a... You are familiar to a degree of a war camp, right? You know typically the makeup of it, and therefore you're able to find it. This is not one of the barracks. This is in the kind of the market area for the Kholin camp over there. It's a bit a little bit more disorganized, but nothing in the Kholin camp would be called disorganized, right? And there is a strong relationship here with the merchants and the Kholin name itself. And so all of these shops have a lot of freedom to be able to be open, windows open, brazenly displaying their wares if they need be, to really pull people in. Theft is relatively low, if not completely gone in this portion of the Kholin camp because of the amount of trust that there is in their High Prince itself, which you know because you have the Alethi expertise. And so you are aware of all this. Now, you walk into the Spear Exchange and you see a grizzled man who has gray hair, and he's talking with a soldier. And as he's talking, you overhear him say, "You don't treat it right again, it's going to break on you a second time. All right? Now, make sure you're oiling it every day. If you skip a day, you got to start the whole process over. It's a 3-week process, all right?" And just this gruff, gravelly voice reminds you of maybe some drill sergeants that you've overheard as they've been running through drills. And it's just, you're very grateful never to have been on the receiving end of that voice in a bad way. But as you walk in and the soldier walks out, this individual just kind of like, "Hey, I don't see you in Kholin Blue."
Master Yarin, I suppose.
Aye? How do you know my name?
Captain Borden told me to come your way.
Captain
said,
Borden, did
you
you
could-
say?
Yeah, he said you could help me out. I'm in need of a few extra weapons and armor. We're about to go out on assignment for him.
He
we met
leans
on our way to the
forward
plains.
and he says, "And what does Captain Borden look like?"
He's a very cultivated man.
I knew it. I don't believe I ever showed a picture of Captain Borden, did I?
I don't think you did.
No.
Da-da-da.
Ultimatum,
I'm just kind of
man.
assuming he's cultivated.
Well, let's let everybody judge here as I get a quick handout. Da-da-da. Captain.
He's obviously solid. He's obviously hot.
Obviously hot.
Obviously.
So
That's
solid,
what he's saying.
so
What does he
hot.
look like? He's hot.
He's hot.
Clearly hot, obviously.
Tell me
A
I'm
man
wrong.
of honor.
Man,
Swole.
It's not coming up. Give me a sec. All right, we'll try this one more time. Captain Borden. Here we go.
Show me. Oh,
There we
yeah.
are.
Ah,
Show
yes.
me
Oh yeah,
Borden.
he's hot. He's hot. He's so hot.
Hot boy.
Studio C. That was what.
Yes.
He, though uniform doesn't wear him, he wears the uniform.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's good enough. All
None
right.
of us are here for that. Good enough.
Yep. You clearly have had some dealings with Captain Borden. He sent you, you said. All right. All right. Who am I to question Captain Borden? Why did he send you?
So, we were traveling with a group of Kholin soldiers heading down here with a bright lady, and there's a bunch of bright. Is this guy Bright Eyes?
No, he's a Dark Eyes.
Okay, cool. There's a bunch of Bright Eyes politics going on. I don't want to. You know how it is.
Checks out color.
That I do. That I do.
And I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm sure the war camps will be talking about it soon, but we were attacked by a shard bearer. One thing led to another. We met up with Captain Borden, had to get the group together, but on the way here, got to know each other. Figured we could be useful to Bright Lord Dalinar. We had some skills, and so he said, "You might be able to help outfit me." Now I'm a little short on spheres right now, but hoping you can maybe forward me something. We'll be getting 20 marks for this job. I could pay you when we get back. I'm not sure exactly what your rates are.
Well, you obviously got a head on your shoulders in the right way. If you survived a storm and shard bearer attacking your caravan, I mean,
Just have to have your head on well enough to run.
Good heavens, man! I'll tell you what. This axe. You're looking for an axe.
Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it. An axe, that'd be great.
Hand axe. If it's really going to be traveling through the war camps as quick as you say, you could take this on loan until the story. But if the story doesn't, once I hear word of the story confirming it, I'll call it even. But if not, you come back with those 20 marks and we'll settle up, okay?
I'll happily pay it. Now, this is a bigger ask, and I'm more just curious of what your prices are. I'm not looking for full plate. I'm just looking for, let's say, half plate. What would that run me?
Oh, just looking for half plate. What would that run you? Yeah, right. Right.
Look,
Was that all?
If you don't set goals for yourself, you can never achieve anything.
That's if the goals be storming achievable. Let me just go through my glyphs here and see what I got. All right. Tell you what. I'm not going to tell you a price now. For a variety of reasons.
Mostly because his woman scribe isn't there and can't read the books for him.
Yes,
so.
of course. Stormwatch has had the afternoon off, all right?
Would that
love
change?
myself.
Would that change if
man.
maybe she found the price in the book?
What is the...
Second.
For players, if you did find it, Ned, what is the price for
400
players?
marks for half
Okay.
plate.
Oh my god!
Whoa. That is expensive
Okay,
plate.
now back into the play.
I have... Let's see how much I have. I think I have
6.
8.
Yeah.
I have 8 marks.
I'm not going to give you a price. Because I doubt you've got it on you, lad.
Oh, I know I don't.
You're not sitting down. I'm not going to give you a price right now.
But the story holds up. Captain Borden really did send you. I'll be able to confirm in. Maybe we can work together to something to, maybe some sort of payment plan. I don't know. Working towards it, type of a deal, right?
I'm not afraid to go put things on layaway.
Well, I wouldn't be giving it until you paid it in full. I mean, so.
All right.
But that's, you don't just part with a half plate and just
No,
say,
I understand.
"Oh, I owe you." You know, I'm gonna bring it to you when no. But if you want to do like installments over time, we can start getting it made. We can start getting it crafted and fit. I mean, we can get it cultivated to your fit and figure. You know.
I understand. I really appreciate it, Master Yarn. Before I head out, I've got to meet up with my friends, get all properly ready to go. Could you point me in the direction, just so I know where it is, of the stables out here on the Shattered Plains?
Oh, yeah, it's that way.
All right. Appreciate it.
Borden, get out of the way. I'm trying to show him where the stables are.
It's a nebulous. It's the nebulous that way.
Yep.
Oh,
I know a guy.
That away.
Ah, that away.
It's over there.
But
Yes.
you are given the direction to where the stables are.
If he points me in a direction, I can sniff out the smell of horse, and I'll find it.
Yes.
There you are.
Rashadium.
Rashadium.
Now,
Rashadi. Yum.
oh,
We don't eat.
because you. I was gonna say because you eat them.
We don't eat those. Not here.
All right, let's take a look at Janar's special ability, Seek Quarry. Choose a character to be your quarry, gaining advantage on
actions to find, attack, and study your quarry. Now, here's what I'll say. Borden is going to find Allred to take care of the officialness of it. He said he would. So, you
Yeah.
can track Borden easily if you make him your temporary quarry. And
But I have advantage. I have advantage on finding.
it's very true. And we could roll.
I'd rather. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop Allred being my quarry.
Very fair. Absolutely fair.
I don't
Let's
feel
go
any
to
reason
the
to-
actions here.
To,
All right.
To look at Borden with anything.
So, with this, I'm thinking, again, porting over from a different system. Survival is usually what is used in tracking, but pulling up the skill here, let's double check to make sure that that makes sense, if it's something else like perception, things like that. All right. Survival indicates your competence in obtaining vital resources, shelter, and avoiding environmental threats. Why is the rest of it not populating for me here? So, let's look at that.
Perceptions about facts about your surroundings. Help interpret subconscious impressions of other characters. Body
I feel like
language.
for this, perception is what I would want rather than survival here. Just because it is a war camp. You're not out on the Shattered Plains themselves, right? Tracking a foe, tracking a quarry. That's kind of why I'm leaning towards perception here. Is there... Let's do perception unless you're like, whoa. I don't agree at all.
I mean, I have 2 points in perception, so it's +5 for me.
Great. Let's do perception then.
And then advantage.
With advantage.
Excellent.
That's with the D20 because you're not attacking them,
Yep.
I assume.
Jeez, that's with advantage? Did it roll advantage or did I?
I'm not
It
sure
do-
it rolls
it doesn't
advantage.
look like-
Before you pause real quick, because let's raise the stakes.
It should be green if you roll it with advantage.
Yeah, if you roll with
okay.
advantage, it'll be green.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So
So you do it on the
even
demiplane.
though we rolled
it says
on
advantage.
we rolled on demiplane, but we didn't set expectations for raising the stakes. So you can choose to have the D6 be with advantage, or the plot die, or the D20 to be with advantage. Your choice, but we will roll with those.
Okay, so we have advantage. I'm going to put the advantage on the D20.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, yeah, you have to select it. Yeah, okay. All right.
The more you know.
There you go.
19 and an opportunity.
And an opportunity. Whoa.
19 plus 5, so 24.
24
That's for a
with an
total of
opportunity.
24.
Woo. You know
This
exactly where that guy
opportunity-
is.
This opportunity will leave at the end of this scene, Janar.
Okay.
Just remember that.
Excellent.
It can't
Excellent.
be banked for a future, like 5 days down the road. Now, just for
I
my
have a quick
players
question.
here. Yes, go ahead.
Mechanic question. Only because on where we are right this moment, I have my envoy heroic path has to do with failing a skill test. Is a failed skill test defined as only like a critical fail, or is it like the DC is set at 13, and if they're under that 13, that is failing the skill check?
The latter.
Okay.
So,
That's what I assumed, but something like a perception, you're only seeing as far as the perception check is allowed, or you're only as successful at it
correct.
as the DC, but I wasn't sure if that still counted as a failed skill. It depends on the DM's DC.
The GM, but yeah.
I don't know what the DC equivalent is in this format.
So
but-
typically the DC, when you're rolling against somebody, it's usually going to be their defense. I believe in this case, it's their spiritual defense for LR. is what Janar was rolling against here, because he is specifically trying to find this foe. Oh, look at me! I'm making an assumption here about what Janar is doing.
You're not assuming anything.
Now, to call out to Josh and to anybody else who might be listening, interested, what can an opportunity be used for? Janar already has full focus. He's not critically hitting as of right now in this moment. The book has a lot of opportunities on what you can do narratively in combat and out of combat. So there's a lot of options that can be explored here. But Janar, with Reshonai by your side, you absolutely are able to track where Sergeant Allred's barracks are. And I'm going to mark it on the map here.
We know where he lives.
More marks. About 50 meters where he was before.
Yeah, we know where he sleeps now.
And if I can wait until Borden's gone, maybe. Like,
Yes.
Borden gives me the information. Could
Yeah.
could the opportunity be learning something about LR by listening in?
Sure, like you want to eavesdrop in on Borden and LR speaking.
Yeah, I mean, do you decide the opportunity? I don't know.
You do.
This might,
You
okay,
decide
okay.
the opportunity and then you say, I would like to propose this GM. And then the GM says, that is either a bit out of scope or that's totally valid to happen within the realms of the story.
Could I ask? Okay, tell me if this is going too far. Could
Sure.
I ask for, like, specifically? I think it would be interesting to learn something humanizing about him. Thus far, we've only experienced a lot of, like, conflicting things. I'd like to know, like, I'd like in the conversation between him and Borden to discover something, like, grounding, if that makes sense. Like,
Yes.
Something that'll
An actual-
make you less likely to just murder it while he's sleeping.
Yes.
Janar would not murder him, but yeah, like something
Good.
that
Right.
might
He's
He's growing.
that might
He's growing. He's learning.
that while
The
it might
vibes are
not
very much
while it
murder.
might not elicit empathy, would elicit like under some level of greater understanding of the man.
Yes. That's a great, and so your initial proposal right now is to eavesdrop in on this conversation of Borden and LR to discover some of that information, correct?
Like I intend on confronting him as soon as like Borden's gone, but yeah, if there's an opportunity to gather information about him to maybe aid me in the confronting, that would be nice.
Great. I like that opportunity being used that way. Let us move forward with that. Give me just a moment to see either find that information or compose myself for this scene. Unique New York. Unique New York.
Elar Balar Janar.
Janar Balar.
LR Balar?
Jafar.
What?
He's my brother.
This opportunity turned into a real pickle. All right. Easy enough with a 24. You're able to navigate with Reshonai and being able to get to Sergeant Allred's barracks. And you're able to surreptitiously listen in. So you get to like a certain wall of the barracks. This one has like an open window here. And it's a fairly large barracks because he's a high-ranking individual, light eyes to boot, right? And you start listening in on this conversation. Both of you are able to hear this. Figured you'd rather them get sent on a job rather than us having to immediately go back as soon as we get back from a long journey. You could take a break. I don't think that they have... I don't have any confidence that they're going to be able to come back. But it's a simple reconnaissance mission. It's not so simple. All right? It's not. Nothing out here is as simple as it should be, as it was made out to be. And after that outburst, there's just a silence between the two of them. Sergeant, says Borden. This war has changed a lot of us. And if I may speak so boldly, I'm sad at how it has changed you. I recall when you came out to the Shattered Plains, full of hope, ideals, and with a vigor to see honor brought upon the Alethi name, to fulfill the Oath Pact. Oh gosh, real quick. It's the the Oath Pact, right?
Vengeance Pact.
The Vengeance Pact. I just knew it started with a V. Okay. To fulfill the Vengeance Pact. Bring honor to our Bright Lord. As they were coming together for an ideal, something that was bigger than any one of them. We all felt that. And some of us still do. But sir, I don't see those ideals driving you any longer. I just see a man who's frustrated, who's angry. Maybe his dreams of how things would go here have drastically been altered due to the reality of our situation. I still see a good leader in front of me, though. I just feel like he might need to wake up. Sir. And you hear Borden rustle, and you quickly, oh crap, he's coming out. And
Bump into Reshonai.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
you see Borden walk off without noticing either of you. Not having rolled a stealth check, but he's not.
Okay, I take off my short bow and my sword, and I hand him to Reshonai, and as long as like the arrows and everything, I just completely disarm myself, so I have no weapons on me. And then I'm gonna quickly go into the barracks.
Wait.
Just
She goes in there, I'm gonna hold on.
Just
By herself?
yeah, call for me if like people start coming, but just act like you're I take care of my things. Tell the I'm sorry. I just I'll be right back.
That was gold. There's no inspiration in this game, but I feel like that. Oh, I wish I could give it. That was gold.
Perfect example of Mickey
attuned
speaking
to the
with her face
song
instead of her voice.
And then yeah. This is the episode of
And I
Mickey's
start singing the
expressions.
song of Janar Balar, the once.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
singing of his death.
Oh man.
Okay.
The song of threatening.
Janar, yeah, I'm gonna walk in and try and quietly. I want to enter, but I don't know where he's at, so I keep an eye out for him. But I want to enter the room he's in.
Yeah. This is all his barracks.
Okay. Oh, holy
So-
crap! Holy cow!
Whole thing.
Yeah. This is all his. And as you walk in, you see...
I'm gonna take my coat off too and like put it like on the door. So I'm just my like my shirt and vest, sleeves rolled up. I want to be it very clear that I'm not here to do violence.
As you walk in, you just see Elar looking at a bottle of violet wine with a unfilled glass, and he's standing like leaning on the table, face maybe a foot from it, just looking down at it, just breathing. You walk in and he's able to see you, and he snaps his head to you.
So this is the home of a soldier, huh?
What are you doing here?
I'm not a soldier. I don't even consider myself a soldier. I'm a tailor. You're a bully. And if you would never ask me, but I think you're too big for your britches. I'd say that was true if it wasn't for the fact that you're swimming in that entire uniform.
And he's staring daggers at you during this conversation, the silence thick with tension as you start calling him on this stuff.
And I was raised in my home. I don't know what kind of parents you have, but I was told not to suffer bullies. And that we should be kind to people that are in worse situations than our own. And I'm not gonna fight you. I don't know why you ever thought I would want to fight you. I don't know why you thought you needed to address me with violence. You're unraveling as a person, and I think it makes you a really bad leader.
Janar, let's raise the stakes and have you roll a leadership roll.
I have nothing in leadership. That is a 0 for Janar.
Leadership does say represents your ability to inspire people, draw attention,
golly.
command allies, but let's have advantage here. So you may choose.
He is my quarry.
Wow.
I'm not sure if
stakes
the
are raised,
quarry
you said?
exactly stakes are raised. I'm not sure if the advantage specifically for leadership here, but we'll say the moment calls for it.
I'm adding it to the stakes dice.
We'll say that Borden
the
gave him
plot die.
assistance with that whole
Yeah.
conversation from earlier.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm adding it to the plot die.
Awesome. That's a 7 on the die. The plot die is blank.
I've got 2 different options with the plot die.
Oh.
There's a blank and a red 4.
So a red is a complication. But
you do add
if you
the 4.
choose the complication, it would add 4 to the results of your d20.
So it's a 7 with nothing or a 12 complication.
11.
It's a math. Good lord. Thank you.
I'm usually not good at that kind of math, but
Oh god. Yeah, I'm a sucker for it. I gotta go with the complication, right? Like I gotta go with the. I want to inspire him. A 12 would more likely inspire him. I don't know what his spiritual.
Do you have a backup
defenses are.
character?
well, as you say these words with the 11 that you rolled, but with a
Yeah.
complication.
Yes, an 11. Good lord.
There is a resounding silence between the two of you. If you had come here just by yourself, I'd have you kicked out of this camp. But I had some truths spoken to me very recently, and I'm inclined to believe you. I don't apologize for what I did. But I do think I went about it the wrong way. And he walks away from the wine and walks right up to you.
I take like one tiny step backwards, like I just done tiny.
And
trying to-
yeah, he is an imposing figure. I mean, he is a leader. Despite what you've said, you are just so ignorant to how the world works. And although there's a tiny bit of truth in that ignorance, I just don't think you're gonna make it here.
44.
What?
That's your waist. You're probably a 44. You should tell your tailor if you have one.
Get out.
Okay.
Walk away.
Just. So you were successful. But.
And what? Not getting
Not
killed.
dying? Not getting kicked out of the
He
camp?
walks out, he looks at Reshonai, he goes, I think that might have been a really bad idea. We should go.
You know, next time I think that maybe you should let me to talk. I think that we together
I've
we
always
could have
said
figured
you're
out a
better
way
at
that we
talking.
could have talked to him about it.
As you're
I feel like maybe you went around the
fast-pacing.
wrong way when you were talking to him.
Do you think I should have gone in
As
with
they're
an
scurrying away.
I thought for a second maybe I should have like an arrow.
Calling somebody a bully is just not a good decision when you're trying to get somebody on your side.
I just thought honesty seems like it works. Usually it should. Oh man.
as
Maybe don't insult
the.
people's pant size.
I think I peed a little.
I need you to roll me a d4, Janar.
A D4?
Yeah.
What for?
Stormlight.
All right. How do I roll this? Just a D4. Oh, I
You rolled
it.
it. You got a 4.
You did. You got a 4.
As you leave the as you leave the tent, you just kind of like put your hand in your pocket, and that stone that you held onto from Tazo, you notice that when he gave it to you, it was like cracked, right? And but as you start to feel it, you're like, it was a large crack along the one side of it, and you pull it out. I could swear that crack is not nearly as pronounced and not nearly as long. But it's just part of the bustling conversation you and Reshonai have here as you are quickly coming back to the rest of your party.
I'm never going to give you orders ever again. I'm so sorry. That was the worst part of that whole thing.
And all
She doesn't respond. She just has like one low tone that she just.
As Aldevar, you are waiting for your allies, friends, to come back. There's just that continued conversation, boisterous conversation of two Ardents who are on their time off from serving Bright Lord. It looks like they have one of them has this like potted plant that they're bringing through of shin grass, which is
highly unusual. But they've got this just potted plant of shin grass that they're bringing. It doesn't rustle, it disappear when it's being touched and rustled, and it's pulling a few stairs, and you keep glancing at it as a result. And as it moves back and forth, you're just reading one of these novels of these heroes, remembering and just like trying to really like internalize this. And it's just another thing of like, as you look at the grass, you could swear, well, as you look at the grass one of the times, you're like, wait a minute. The grass is rustling opposite to the wind. Right when Reshonai and Janar Balar are like, I'm never going to give you an order ever again. And Aldevar like, snap the book close, right?
Yes, hide it away before they notice. Yes. One thing I do want to check real quick, though. You said that it was Ardents who would be attending to Taln. Is there any chance that these Ardents who are here in this cafe might happen to let something slip?
Ooh, let's have you roll a check here.
What a convenient.
What would it be?
Perception?
What would it be?
Insight?
The guy just thinks he's that person.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a perception roll, yes.
All right, that is a modded 20.
Ooh.
Hey.
I put so many ranks into insight and perception. Those are like my favorite skills any game.
As Ned puts it
I
in
never would have known.
for D&D, they are the most bang for your buck. You get the most currency from perception rolls. So,
Yes.
Makes sense. Yes, as you are listening in, kind of reading, thinking back, you do hear the Ardents overhear them talk about like, are you going to be the one who works with them? I just don't know. I have to adopt these voices now because that's what we said earlier. I don't know. I usually don't like to deal with those that are diseased in the mind. I'm just the janitor, really, but it's whatever Bright Lord Dalinar speaks. I wish we knew more about him. There's not much to know. Well, I know he's going to be coming shortly, possibly even within the same day. I know Bright Lord Dalinar wanted to see him, though, outside of the... Well, it seems like they wanted to do their own investigation or like questioning before he was brought to the temple, but... I don't know what they're going to get out of a repetitive, diseased-minded man such as that, as cultivated as he is. And so just the general conversation you get from that. It doesn't seem like they know quite what is to happen because he hasn't gone to the temple yet. Just that there is an incoming addition to the temple that will be occurring soon. As... Reshonai comes over and is humming a rhythm, having attuned to the rhythm. Drynin sort of like with this hand axe in hand. All four of you are back now, having gone your separate ways and explored a little bit of the Kholin Warcamp proper.
Ah, yes, you all look as if you have had equally pleasant experiences while you've been gone.
Yeah, the same.
It's a very friendly camp. I like it here.
Yes, very friendly. I've been having just the most erudite and dignified conversations I've ever had ever since I left good old Asia.
Reshonai?
The paper, like the charcoal that like pen that she's gripping on is starting to like bow and like almost like. Oh man.
Yes, very pleasant.
Well, as there is, as you are ready to cast off, you are led out of the war camp here onto the Shattered Plains itself.
There is someone who is going to be another soldier that you don't know. He goes, all right, I'll take you to the... And surprisingly, the soldier stands at attention and snaps his spear up as maybe a surprising sight, but Sergeant Allred approaches and says,
Oh, crap.
At ease, soldier. I'm the one that set this order out. I'll be the one walking him to the beginning of their duty here.
How complicated.
Give him a big smile.
Janar's like
Yeah,
lifting
that
up his
feels quite
collar
complicated.
on his shirt, like just trying to make himself small.
I give him a big smile. Really appreciate
Reshonai
it.
is for sure glaring at Janar for just really messing up that.
What a friendly Warcamp we
encounter.
found ourselves in.
Just
we didn't
staring
we
into
didn't
the
get
middle
we didn't
distance.
get a good chance to really talk on the way here, but I'm really glad that you're helping us with this first mission here. Always good to see a friendly face.
Well, you won't be finding any other friendly faces on the Shattered Plains. As you know the task before you, there is a Parshendi squadron out here looking to find our weaknesses. And this is some time you're away from the war camp. You are on to the Shattered Plain proper now, right? We have cut to that. And it's your job to track them, dispatch them, and return with a full report. I expect all four of you. He sort of like glances over at Reshonai to perform to the best of your abilities. As I've been reminded recently, we all have a part to play in fulfilling the Vengeance Pact. And this is just one small way you can help Bright Lord Dalinar and King Elokar. So, I leave you to it. What, expect your report. And he just sort of like glares at you, Janar, before turning around after having walked you all the way to the Shattered Plains.
Does it look like he's had his hems stitched in a little bit, or
He has. That's a good question. Go ahead and roll a perception roll.
he's still my quarry?
He is. Go and roll with
Advan-
advantage.
Let's go. 21. No, yeah, 21.
His uniform is crisp. It is.
Let's
He has
go.
He has really put himself together for this specifically, and although he didn't, he was wearing his side sword, very nice, and his knots were straight, and you can tell from your expertise, your background as tailor, he might have even changed. Actually, he might have gotten into a new outfit. Maybe to start a new outlook on his situation. Certainly not to help your relationship with each other, though.
Yeah. As he walks away, Reshonai attunes to an apologetic tone and goes, "You know what? I think you were right. He is a bully, and I apologize that I did not support you last time we talked about that. I see it now. I see it. I apologize."
Listen, we're gonna make the world better one wardrobe at a time.
Janar, I must repeat, have there been things going on between you and Ella that the rest of us have not been aware of?
Was he bullying you?
He just needed an honest tailor.
No.
Did look dressed nicely, I guess. Well done.
I mean, not as nicely as you. Am I right, everybody?
I mean, you'll work with what you've got.
You got a lot. You got a lot more to work with than most of us.
And with that,
Just a quick.
Oh,
did I
go
hear
ahead.
correctly? Are we gonna kill these guys?
No way. No, definitely not. I mean,
Cool. Tight.
disobeying a direct order.
I don't know. Last time I checked, are you a soldier? Are you a soldier? Like, none of us are actually soldiers. Oh, wait.
As Reshonai slowly raises her hand.
Reshonai used to be so, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it to these guys.
Yeah.
As the four of you have this conversation, you start the brief journey to track your quarry here. And instead of having each of you roll a survival test, we're going to end this week's episode of Stonewalkers.
Yeah.
Such a friendly Warcamp.
We will just the friendliest.
That was so funny. That was really good.
Aldevar's like, this is great. This is awesome. There's so many good people.
So nice here.
We're nice here.
And Drynin's like, yeah, I might even get some half plate. Like, come on. Like, this is awesome. Fun.
Was it obvious when I was insulting him that I was constantly trying to throw in like clothing terms, like tailoring terms, unraveling, big for his britches? Okay.
It worked for me.
I thought it was all powerful. I didn't pick up it at the time, but now I do. I'm like, oh, that's clever.
My radiant blade will be a tiny little needle.
Sewing needle.
A long sewing needle.
Oh,
Like a good milliner's needle, like a real.
Yeah.
You're like a little mouse with a needle sword.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, turn into a red wall campaign at that point. We will have to come back, and we're going to immediately jump into just doing some survival tests and tracking your quarries here and fulfilling this to hopefully get an eventual lead on where Liss is and where next to go in the war camps. There, we are just touching the surface of the war camps here and all that there is to discover. You said white spines earlier, and boy howdy, are we going to be able to explore some fun encounters here in the war camps.
I know what that
but-
means.
Hey, we have got, but that's going to be it for us on this week's of Stonewalkers. Players, thank you for joining us. Listeners, thank you for joining us. If this was your first episode, great. We're so glad you joined us at episode 9.
Episode
Go
10.
back and listen to the other ones. Oh, 10. Oh man, it just bled on over. You list started in 9, you ended in 10. You're gonna go back to 1. That's the hope. If you like this, go ahead and comment below, like, subscribe, share with your friends and fellow wacky adventurers. We'd love it if you could leave a 5-star review on our on this or another podcatcher of your choice. You can shoot us an email at icastfireball2020@gmail.com, and we'll shout you out on this campaign that we've got going on. But if you want to engage with us, we have our Patreon at icastfireball20. We have a $5 a month tier where you can join into our Discord and chat with us on a more frequent daily basis. We've got memes, we've got recaps, people reacting. I won't say live reacting, but it's kind of like live reacting, timestamp reacting to episodes that we release on a weekly basis for our audio only. And then you can also look at our other video-only video podcast called Fizzband, a D&D 5e adventure. But as always, we've got a sister podcast, Improv Tabletop, baby, where they have also a visual podcast, right? On your Patreon exclusive.
Correct. We are playing Dungeon World, getting some sort of Norse mythology themed, sort of heroic fantasy D&D style adventure, but using a system that is more geared toward narrative than numbers.
Yes,
If you can't get enough of Christian's cultivated face.
No, seriously. There are scenes with Christian's character in Serpent Sea sagas, let me tell you.
Cultivation just follows him from podcast to podcast. And if you're here, you're most likely looking for other systems other than D&D, and Improv Tabletop is a great resource to see them in action. Light systems like Fate Accelerated, a little bit heavier, Avatar Legends, Blades in the Dark, and of course, Dungeon World, which is a fantasy alternative to Dungeons & Dragons. Go give them a listen. Don't forget to leave them a 5-star review on the way out. But lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and fellow wacky adventurers. Until next time, I'm Thomas, your GM. And around the table we've had.
I'm Ned, and I play Aldevar Walde.
I'm Crispian, and I play Drynin.
I'm Mickey, and I play Reshonai.
I'm Josh, and I play Janar, Tailor Extraordinaire.
Let's brave the storm, speak the ancient oaths, and we'll see you all next time.